That's very kind of you to say that, but I don't think I'm the talk of the town or any of those things. I'm just a working individual. And see, my ultimate goal is not to just appear in a film or to do an OTT show. I want to do good work because I've just transitioned from hosting to acting. So there have been times where I have approached a casting director or an agent or a producer because I found out that something was being made and I felt like I could do that part, but they did not think that I was right for it. At the same time, they have also approached me where I did not feel like I could do justice. So that right fit hasn't happened yet. Once that happens, I mean, I'm here to do work, I'm here to do good work, and I'm here to work actually. You guys are so sneaky, like you're giving me a month and so very, I must commend your research. But I mean, see, मूवी ऑफर कोई आपको फ़ोन, इट्स नॉट ट्रू बिकॉज मूवी ऑफर कोई आपको फ़ोन करके नहीं बोलता है ओ दिस इज़ अ मूवी कम एंड बी अ पार्ट ऑफ माई फिल्म. इट डजंट वर्क लाइक दैट. देयर इज अ प्रोसेस. Something was being made. Yes, this is August last year. Something was being made at that time where they were considering to cast me, where they did ask me to come for a meeting. Their project was greenlit, so I was out of Mumbai for 25 days for some personal reasons, and I could not make it to that meeting. Then I rescheduled, and I again couldn't make it to the second meeting. Then I again rescheduled, and then I had to cancel on that one day before. So they gave me an option to come on. They were very kind. They gave me an option to come on a video conference with them and discuss this. But I still remember 12:30 in the afternoon is when they had asked me to do that. But I was stuck somewhere, so I could not do that also. I mean, when I came back, I obviously went up to their office and I spoke to them and I apologized and I explained why I was out of the city. But by that time, they had already cast somebody else. So that's the only thing that happened. Nobody is upset with me. They were very, very kind to me, and I also respect them a lot. This producer that you're talking about. My journey has just begun, so I don't have many highlights to share. But I'll tell you how I started working. So I was studying communications from a college in South Mumbai. After I finished that, I started hosting events and all of that. Then my very first show was basically, it was an Apple iPad based quiz show. I was the quiz master. So I don't know how many of you saw that show, but that. Then after that, I got signed on with an agency, a talent management agency, who put me in touch with a live broadcasting network, where I obviously did a round of auditions. Then they gave me my show where I used to go live. I was hosting the show. As a host, they launched me on a digital platform. Then I worked with them for a good year and a half. I did a chat show, I did a live talk show and all of that. Then then I started dabbling in television. Then I did a few dance shows, and like that's been the journey basically. And of course, I have my hosting gigs that I do, my performances at award shows, corporate shows and all of that. So those are a small part of what I do. But highlight, I don't know if I have highlights, but the really good, where I felt very good that okay, I'm working in the right direction. First time was when I received Host of the Year award by the Chief Minister of Haryana. That was last year, I think. And last year when I received the Dada Saheb Phalke Award. So these two have been like moments that I really cherish from my journey so far. But my journey has just begun. I haven't done anything. I have like literally miles to go. So I am not going to say that I have some highlights of a journey, or I even have a journey as such. Of course, like I'm just another human being, so it does get difficult sometimes to deal with the kind of negativity that I do. And when people troll me, it does affect you internally. Initially it used to affect me a lot, because when I would read things like, oh, for example, when I was just somebody spotted me walking into a cafe and I crossed a dustbin, some people will be like, oh, that dustbin is much better, and then they're having discussions on that. I know it's hilarious, but at that time it did affect me. And like, this is just one incident, like so many such things keep happening. So it does bother you, but you get used to it. And it is difficult to deal with negativity, not just for me, I'm sure on every level. When you're in school, you get bullied by somebody, it's difficult to deal with that as well. So the magnitude might be different for different people, but of course it gets difficult to deal with negativity, but then uh, you learn to get past these things over a period of time. And I think now I've reached a stage where I feel like, okay, trolling is happening, fine, I can focus on other things. Even if something like if I'm being trolled online, I will still be able to focus on my work or focus on my personal life. But initially that would be a problem. Now it wouldn't. Depressed is a very big word. We cannot just be throwing this word around. Like, I don't take this word lightly, because it's an actual problem. If you come across somebody who is battling clinical depression, it's a very big mental health issue that people are facing today. So I'm not going to just throw that word around, but I would definitely feel very anxious, because the expectations. See, when you start in this industry, if there is a consumer of your entertainment, whatever form of entertainment that may be, then they obviously expect more, they expect better, they expect you to do your best. And this expectation can be in any form of how you look, what you do in your personal life, how you perform, everything included. So when there's so much expectation, then obviously you tend to get more conscious, you tend to get more I mean, for me, I definitely had a lot of anxiety. I would get very anxious when I would realize that, oh, this is what is expected out of me, but I'm not able to deliver that. This is the kind of work that is expected out of me now, but I'm not able to get that kind of work. So it would really make me very anxious. Not just that, but even in expectation in every level. But now I've learned to deal with it. And even coming back to your previous question, trolling also, anxiety is something that would always kick in when I would go through trolling. But I think now like I said, I'm getting used to the ways of this line of work. There's so many times that you're having a bad day. Something can be happening in your personal life, right? And as a performer, as an entertainer, you're supposed to leave all that baggage behind, and you're supposed to go and give your best, because this is one field. If I was doing some other job, maybe I'm going through something terrible in my life, I can look terrible in that job, go and finish my job, come back home and be terrible again. But over here, if you're going through something, if you're feeling terrible, then you leave whatever you're feeling behind, put on a mask of happiness, put on a mask of that you're here to entertain, and then you go do your job, perform. What is happening behind cannot affect your performance, which is almost humanly impossible, but you have to manage to do that. And then you come back and then you cry yourself to sleep if you have to. But that was just a joke. But yeah, so that's definitely happened so many times when I'm like having some personal issues or something or the other, where I felt like, oh, I just don't want to do this. But I have never, and I'm very proud to say this, I've never ever cancelled on anything, whether it's a smallest gig or it's something on television or it's something digital. I've never ever cancelled, because I really understand how difficult it is to get work in this uh, business. So I have always made sure that whatever I'm going through, I put it aside and I go and do my job, because I really respect that job, and I really want to continue doing this, and I want to grow in it. So I've never actually cancelled, but definitely have felt that so many times. First of all, let me just say that I'm a huge fan of the shows that you're talking about, and I do watch them. And I think it's very brave of anybody who decides to participate in this. I'll tell you why. Because see, what you're doing on this show is you're exposing your deepest vulnerabilities, your actual truth, which otherwise will be known only by your partner or your immediate family. But now the entire world is gonna watch you for who you actually are. It's a very brave thing to do, but I'm not that brave. I'm scared to do it. So I wouldn't say, oh, this one offered me this and I got such a such offer. It doesn't matter, because I am not brave enough to take something like that up. Okay, I'll tell you one encounter that I've had. I was at the airport. I was entering the airport, and Jaya Bachchan had just entered the airport. She may be about 100 meters away from me, so she just entered, and I saw her going. Now I'll have to give you a backstory. When I was a kid, my grandmother was a huge fan of Jaya Bachchan. I growing up have seen all of these movies of her younger days, Good Day, Beat Sholay, and every other movie of hers. I've seen it on TV because my grandmom used to make me watch it because she was so fond of her acting. She used to find it so, which of course everybody else does. And of course, whatever growing up movies I've seen her in. So I saw her, and then I thought that I think I should. I don't know what came inside of me, but she entered. I entered behind her, and then I screamed, "Jaya, ma'am!" And then she just turned around and she looked at me. I was petrified at this point when I saw she was with her manager, her security, and all that, and I was just with one person. So I stopped her. She turned around. Then I went and walked up to her. I gathered the courage, and I was like, okay, now that she stopped, let me go and speak to her. So I went up to her, and then while I'm walking, these are the thoughts in my head. Oh, what if she doesn't recognize me? Obviously, she doesn't know who the hell I was. But she was so kind, so kind, so generous. I went up to her. I told her I'm a host and an actor, and I've done this, and she's like, oh, I've heard about this. And then I don't know if she had, but she was at least kind enough to say that. She was so sweet to me, so sweet to me. While leaving, she said, "Oh, I'm looking forward to seeing your work, and I look forward to seeing you on the big screen or the small screen. I hope you do well, beta." And she left. So I was so taken aback by this conversation that I had with her, because these are the things that make them who they are. These are the things that make them the legends that they are. So this was one encounter which I will never forget, because I was really taken aback by her kindness. So yeah, this is one encounter for sure to remember all my life. Yeah, I mean, I'm absolutely in touch with all of my closest people, my closest friends. Believe me, you are from Nagpur, because those are the people that know me for who I am. Those are the people who like and dislike me, irrespective of how I'm doing in the entertainment industry, or whether I'm even doing anything. It doesn't matter. Like, those are the real connections, the real relationships in my life that I cherish. Not saying that I haven't made any friends in Mumbai, but I'm not somebody who I can't call everybody a friend. I mean, friend is somebody that you share your vulnerabilities with, share your time with. So it's a deep connection for me. So of course, I mean, actually, most I can count my friends on my fingertips. Most of them are from Nagpur. So I've retained those connections, and I will throughout my life, because I know the difference between real and fake, and real is very rare. So I keep them close to my heart. See, I'm going to give you two answers to this question. First, am I satisfied? I mean, I don't think I've done any work at all to be able to be satisfied. I have so much more potential, so much hard work, so much passion, so much drive inside of me. I want to achieve so much more, and I have like really big goals set for myself. So I am far from satisfied. But having said that, I am extremely grateful, because see, I come from Nagpur. When I came to Mumbai, I did not know anybody. Anybody meaning not a single person. And today, the fact that you are kind enough to give me a platform where I can express my views, express my opinions, and there is somebody out there who's listening to what I'm saying. So I'm so grateful, so thankful for the kind of love that I've received. I don't think I deserve it at all, but yet I'm very humbled and I'm very grateful. And of course, I have like millions of miles to go before I sleep. Oh my god, that we're doing that as well. Okay. I mean, I'm not very ready for it, but shoot, whatever comes to my mind, I'll say it. The three names that you're taking, I mean, my favorite. See, if I have to rank them in terms of who I would want to work first, Sanjay Leela Bhansali is out of this universe. I think. I mean, he's literally out of this universe because he creates his own universe and then he puts actors in that universe. So I would love to be a part of that someday. Karan Johar, I think he is exceptional because I have literally grown up watching his rom coms, and I mean, it would be an honor to work with him someday or to be a part of his movie. So yeah, these and of course Rohit sir is also. I mean, he is also amazing. What else do I say, yaar? Who is more talented? I mean, who am I? Why are you asking me who is more talented? I am myself not talented enough to say who's more talented. But yeah, I mean, all three of them are great. Yeah. Who? Why are you? Why am I'm not an actor? Like I'm not some established actor that I can say, oh, this one is more talented. They're all great. Which will I pick? I think I don't see myself doing. I don't know. I think I would do good in like a romantic movie, and plus I'm a huge fan of Kiara Advani. I think she is very very good. I recently saw Satya Prem Ki Katha, and there's this scene where she recounts or she in a way tells her husband about like what happened to her in the past. I think she's a phenomenal actor. So I'm a huge fan of hers, and I think I would do good in a romance film. I think, I don't know, but yeah, if I had to pick one, then it would be that. An overrated film. Like, why are you doing this to me, man? Like, are you trying to end my career before it begins? But actually, I'll answer that. I recently saw Lost City on Netflix, which has Sandra Bullock, Channing Tatum, and Chris Hemsworth. I thought that was pretty overrated. Yeah, and you did not specify Hindi, English, or anything, so this is my answer. Every other movie is perfectly rated. This is the only overrated film I've ever seen in my life.